What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Copart walk around over here at Auto Auction Rebuilds. Want to give a big shout out to the Copart corporate office, local Yard 18 people here where I'm standing at 2829 Southeast 15th Street here in Del City, Oklahoma. And a big shout out to all of you for making these videos possible. Now let's jump into it with a lifted 2008 Chevy Silverado. Now she took a pretty good hit to the front. It's a big truck. It's a real big truck. So to do this kind of damage, I can't really imagine what it hit, but it must have been something big like another big truck. Look at the size of these wheels, man. These things are insane. 35 by 12.50 R20. These things are massive. 122,000 miles on the clock. Man, them tires had to cost a fortune. They had to cost a fortune. Oh, it's an LTZ package too. Z71 like a Cadillac. Golly, them tires are huge. This is a big truck, man. I like it. I like it. Let's see if we can. The hood looks like it may already be. Oh, no, it's just folded up. So the hood's probably not going to open. So this is a run and drive, though. Oh. Oh, somebody carelessly removed their system. Man, I hate that. I guess I understand when you have a wreck, you know, you're done with it and you move on. But is it really necessary to just, you know, rip out the stereo and damage all of these components? Look, they cracked the dash everywhere. Didn't even take the bolts out. Cracked the dash. Like somebody's going to own this car. Oh, look, looks like somebody smashed the CompuStar remote. We'll just try it with the key and see if it'll run. No, dead as a doornail. First car of the day, and it's dead. Well, I'll tell you what, we just have all the luck, don't we? Next is a 2014 Ford F350. Now you want to talk about a big truck. This is a big truck. It's listed as bio. The hood has been folded up and almost looks like a fender. You know what I mean? The hood literally almost looks like a fender. Look at this. The amount of damage of this thing is almost unimaginable. Truly. I don't know what happened to this. I don't know how this even happens, but wow. I mean, there's your transmission, your engine, and everything has been just tweaked and ripped, like literally ripped. All the wires, all the metal, everything completely ripped apart and mangled. All the way down here. And you can see where they use the jaws of life and they cut the pillar right there, but look how this whole top just folded back and the doors ripped right off the hinges. I mean, there's where the hinges used to hold the door, gone. This hinge right here completely missing, and the doors, even this pillar. No, they didn't use the jaws of life on this one. This is ripped. This pillar is cut from the force of being pushed back like this. That one was cut. You can see the clean cut here, clean cut there. This is all jagged and ripped apart, and it just shoved everything over here. And there was somebody in this. I like to try to stay positive. I don't know how anyone could survive something like this, but hopefully they did, man. Hopefully they did. And there's a Ford Tough hat right there. Goodness. Wow. There's a lot of mud in here. There's a lot of debris. I don't want anybody thinking that that's like blood or anything. There's a lot of mud in here. There's mud all over the inside of this. So I don't know how this happened. I don't know where all this mud came from. Wow. I can't help but wonder, like, what causes this kind of damage? You know what I mean? What did they hit, or what hit them? Goodness gracious. Well, there's sticks shoved up in here, like stuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, the door is here. This is what's weird, is you got a door right here where I'm standing, but you come over here and there ain't no door. I mean, there's no roof, not a door. The door is right here. There's just no roof. I get a little tongue-tied, man, seeing some of this stuff. Is this, I'll be honest with you, this stuff like this scares me. It really does. It really scares me. And every time I come here and I see something like this, it's just a reminder of how dangerous these cars are. And I'm guilty too, man. I'm guilty just like most of you probably are. You know, you're out on the road, you're listening to your music, you're having a good time. Life is good when you're in your car, man. It's the ultimate freedom. Well, ultimate freedom is probably riding a motorcycle, but you know, wheels, man, having a car, that is freedom. It's always been a symbol of freedom to me. And then you see something like this, and it really brings it back home to reality that these things aren't safe at all. Not even a big, you know, F-350 pickup truck. Nothing's immune from something like this. Be careful out there. And here's another one that took a pretty good hit to the front, a 2014 Ford Focus. Good Lord. Now these little cars, man, I mean, all cars are designed to crumble up, but this one did a spectacular job of folding up like a tin can in an effort to protect the passengers. And you can see on the inside here, it actually doesn't look bad at all. The outside may look rough, but the airbags look like they did their job. Seatbelt did its job. So while I love my old classic cars, and they are tough, they're beefy, they're strong, the fact is you are so much safer in a newer car with crumple zones than you are in something like an old 50s model Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. Those cars, an accident like this could have very easily killed you, whereas you'll walk away with probably not even a scratch or a bruise in something like this. Looks like this is the Carnage video today, guys. This second week in a row, I feel like the second video of the week ends up being mostly Carnage. I think Copart is reorganizing the way they do cars, and that's kind of making this that. Now, if that's how it works out, that'll be great, because those of you that don't like Carnage can skip the second video of the week, and those of you that love Carnage can see the second video of the week, but I'm not confident yet saying that that's just the way it is now. This is only the second week we've encountered this, and hopefully we have some cars that are not Carnage on the list this week. But here we have a 2015 Chevy Impala LTZ. You know what? I think we recorded this one already. In fact, I'm like 99% sure I recorded this one in a prior video. I seem to remember this car. Let's take a look here. Okay, every bag is blown other than the dash bag. The front end is just a complete mess here. I swear we did record. Comment below if you saw this Impala, or if you remember this Impala. I swear I recorded this already. I know I did. Yeah, this one, I mean, I think it may look worse than it is. The frame rails look like they're okay. I mean, they may be tweaked a little bit, but not too horribly bad. It's everything above the frame rails that got hit here. And the engine may be all right. It's hard to tell. It's a non-runner, doesn't start or anything. And of course, I mean, like every bag in this car has blown, with the exception of the passenger bags. The interior looks great, though. Yeah, I think we recorded this one. Therefore, I'm gonna walk away and go record something else. Here's one that is not Carnage. This is a donation, a 2011 Chevy Cruze Eco. And as you know, I have a 2012 Chevy Cruze Eco that I love very much, with 161,000 trouble-free miles, mostly trouble-free. There's been a few things here and there, but nothing major. This one has over 200,000 miles on the clock. Maybe that's why it was donated. Maybe by 200,000 miles, the thing just started falling apart. I don't know. So first thing I notice is this is all busted up. This has been hit pretty good, this rocker, and the paint is coming off of it. We've also got this trim piece falling off of the front bumper here, which really no big deal. They're just clips. Most of this will probably just pop right back in. Now this is a stick shift, and this is a clean title, by the way. Looks like the window was not functioning. Instead of fixing it, they taped it. I don't know what all this is, just mud all over the inside of the car, stuff spilled everywhere. Ugh. Goodness. Now these Chevys are real bad about the seats staining like that. The smallest amount of just water, clean water, will stain these seats. I hate the material they use. Let's put the key in. It says it's a run and drive. And there's your 6-speed. Get my foot on the brake here. Turn the radio off. Where's the dang key? There it is. Make sure the e-brake is working. Yeah, she's holding solid. The only light on the dash is an ABS light, and it runs great. It really does. It's running very well. Make sure the brake, yeah, the only light on the dash is the I don't know how well you can see that, but it's the ABS light. Needless to say, I am interested in this one. Air conditioning is ice cold. It revs good. This is going to be the turbo. Unfortunately, this is not Toro-able. I would love to buy something like this and put it on the Toro platform and make double my money, considering I ended up paying about $7,500 for the Cruze I have now 4 years ago when it had 70,000 miles on it. And I just paid it off about 2 months ago. I owed, God, I don't remember what I owed left. I refinanced a couple times. I ended up paying it off for about $4,500, and now I own it outright free and clear. So everything it makes is money in my pocket. 200,000 miles, man. She got some oil leaks. Nothing too major that I can see. Let's check that clutch. See if the clutch is strong in this or not. I'm gonna say this is probably one that's not gonna be a great flip car. There's reverse. It goes into gear just fine. Yeah, it goes into gear just fine. Does the clutch pull? Yeah, the clutch pulls. Next on my list is a 2010 Suzuki. This is an all-wheel drive, and this is one you just don't see very often anymore. Suzukis weren't exactly known for their reliability. I don't even know how to pronounce the name of this, to be honest with you. It's a Kizashi. Okay, hey, it's not a bad looking car, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't buy one just because of the known issues with Suzuki and reliability, or the lack thereof. So it looks like this thing ran up against maybe a semi-truck tire or something. You can see the looks like there may be some tar or something stuck all over the side. The paint is completely cracked up. This door is shot. That door is shot. The rocker panel is probably still usable. Rear quarter panel sustained a little bit of damage back here. This is something somebody's probably going to buy this, fill it in, and call it a day. You can see there was already filler back here. You can see the rust starting to come out, and the body filler is actually cracking. So this thing has been in an accident before, most likely, I would guess a rear end collision, or alternatively, hail damage, and the whole car is covered in this putty. But those little cracks right there with rust coming through, yeah, this is one I would just stay away from. But it's a good example of why and what you should be looking for when you come out here. I always recommend you come out and look in person. Look at this paint. That's not paint, ladies and gentlemen. That's body filler, and that's why it's spidered like this. There is body filler all over this car. This thing is practically held together with Bondo. Now, it should run okay. It probably drives okay. Look at this up here too. I don't know what happened up here. We got scrapes all over the top of it as well. How many miles it got on it? 105,000. Now, no offense to any of you out there that own a Suzuki. All right, I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's not my goal here. Just there's no lights on the dash though. I mean, that's good. It's a decent looking car. forgive me, but I don't trust Suzuki. I just don't. see if we can find the hood release. Take a peek at what this thing's working with under the hood, because I honestly have no idea. Completely ignorant when it comes to this car. Oh, just a little 4-banger? I figured this thing would have a 6 in it. Well, I know a lot of these Suzukis were notorious for head gasket failures. These are just cars I've never heard anything good about, so I just stay away from them. But I figured I'd share it with you because it is an all-wheel drive, and I don't know how to pronounce the name. So maybe one of you can send me a Google link to how to pronounce Kizashi, or maybe I said it right. Who knows? All right, moving on. Next on my list is a 2012 Audi Q5 Premium. This is the S line. Moderate front end damage. I mean, we've seen a whole lot worse on here, so this isn't that bad, but maybe we do have a tweaked frame or something. You can see the fender lines are real tight up here, the gaps I mean, and down here they're really wide, so it's obviously been pushed this direction. It's been pushed up and back, so we may have a slightly tweaked frame down here. Let's take a look at this side. This side is real bad. It's pushed all the way back into the door. Yeah, I can understand why they totaled this, and Audi parts are not going to be cheap. I don't want to open this door because of the damage. Take a look inside real quick. It's actually a very roomy SUV for as small as it is. Can't open the back. I'm guessing it's dead. 91,000 miles, so she was approaching 100,000 miles anyway. Let's have a seat. No, it doesn't look like it's dead. Huh. Let's put our key in here and see if she'll fire up. Remove key. Come on now, don't make this complicated. She's not going to start. Unless I'm doing it wrong. And that's a very real possibility. I am doing it wrong. So you put it in there. There's the start button. It just says remove key. Okay, this SUV does not like me. Put the key in, and then I will push. It just says remove key. It won't let me... Okay, see, look at this. Tell me if I'm doing this wrong. All right, dang, why these foreign cars got to be so complicated? I put the key in, it clicks, and then it says remove key. Now I can push the key, but that doesn't make any difference. I can push the start button, and that doesn't make any difference. Do I have the key backwards maybe? Let's turn the key around. No, it just says remove key. Okay, well, guess what? I'm not screwing with you. And remind me never to buy one of these because I can't figure out how to start the dang thing. Last on the list is a 2014 Dodge Dart Flood. Yeah, Flood. 47,000 miles. This is sounding very, very familiar to me. We've obviously got a wheel here that's, she's tweaked. That's not a big deal. I'm not overly concerned about that. But the back wheel is also tweaked. All right, so front wheel tweaked, back wheel tweaked, flood car. What is with these Dodge Darts getting in all these floods? How's this side look? That wheel looks acceptable. That wheel looks acceptable. The body is actually in great condition. A few scratches here and there, but nothing too major. So somebody definitely hit something, ran over something on the driver's side here. Pull this seat back so I can fit. A Dodge Dart with Chrysler 200 floor mats. That's interesting. It says it's a start. Are you kidding me? It's dead again. Another dead car. What is all this? We got stickers. We got some kind of needle pin thing stuck up there. Some staining on the ceiling. I'm sure this is going to have the same 2-liter that we had before. Okay, that is straight for the steering wheel. And that wheel looks straight, although it's still bent outward. And that wheel straight. This will probably be a pretty easy fix. This is another one, though. I'm not entirely sure this is a flood. This Let's take a look at the oil. This is one we can actually check the oil on. Thankfully, Fiat Dodge Chrysler still gives us an oil dipstick. The oil looks fine. The oil is within the normal range. It looks good. It's old, which means it hasn't been changed. There's no water in it. So that's good news. Hey, more good news is I know these cars like the back of my hand now. I could tear one of these things down in no time. This little sensor here, I'm not sure if that's an air intake temperature sensor or what. I can't remember what that thing was, but somebody had unplugged it. And I'm going to plug it back. Oh, they took the air intake off altogether. They sure did. So this wasn't a flood. That's why all this is opened up and taken apart. Yeah, somebody's definitely been in here. Never mind. I don't think we need another flooded dart on the channel. Comment below, what do you think? You think we need another flood dart on the channel? If so, comment below and tell me. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this Copart walk around. As always, I appreciate all of you for joining me today. And hey, if you enjoyed the content, do me a favor, leave this video a thumbs up and share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter. I truly appreciate it. Got to give a big shout out to Copart Corporate Office once again for allowing me to do this. And of course, all the people here at Yard 18. These people are so nice, so friendly. If you haven't been down here yet, I highly suggest come check it out, man. If you're on the fence about doing Copart cars, just try it, man. You're probably going to fall in love with it like I did. You'll be addicted. You'll be hooked. Get yourself a free account at Copart. No, it's not sponsored. I'm just telling you from the bottom of my heart, this is enjoyable. This is so much fun. Sign up, get your free account, come out here, check out the cars, and start bidding, man. It's that easy. Until next time, folks, stay safe out there. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.